Hello, folks. I am Alan for today's news. I will be reading speaking about world news, interesting news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. And what we got here from the Washington Post: this little known bottleneck is blocking clean energy for millions. It says to achieve America's goal of shifting 80% of the country's electricity away from fossil fuels by the end of the decade, there will have to be a massive transformation. That means solar farms prepping the landscapes from California to New York, offshore wind turbines standing high above the waves off the coast of New Jersey, nuclear power plants emitting steam in rural areas. Together, these projects would have to add another 950 gigawatts of new clean energy from 225 gigawatts of energy stored to the grid. And right now, projects accounting for at least 930 gigawatts of clean energy capacity and 420 gigawatts of storage are waiting to be built across the country. They can't get connected to the grid. These roadblocks, known as interconnection queues, are slowing America's energy transition and the country's ability to respond to climate change. It's a huge problem, said David Gao, executive director of the Solar and Storage Industries Institute, a research group affiliated with the solar industry. If we don't make changes, we're not going to meet state and federal targets for climate change. To understand the lines blocking the U.S. progress on climate change, you first have to understand a bit about how the electricity grid works. It's easy to think about the grid who carries electrons like the country's roads carrying cars. And you can read the rest about this. The links will be in the description box. See what else we got here. Physicist figures out time travel. Time travel has long. This is from where is this from? Metro. Time travel has long been everyone's favorite science question, and a scientist proved that paradox-free time travel was indeed possible in theory. A physics student, Germain Tobar, from the University of Queensland in Australia, has worked out how to make time travel viable. Physicists figures out time travel. Einstein theory of general relativity predicts the existence of time loops or time travel, where an event can be both in the past and future of itself. During his study of dynamics of his head, said Tobar, he said that a unified theory that could reconcile both traditional dynamics and Einstein theory of relativity was the holy grail of physics. Under the supervision of physicist Dr. Fabio Costa, Tobar found a way to square the numbers with the calculation, which has a fascinating consequences for science. The math checked out, and the results are the stuff of science fiction. Uh, anyway, you can read the rest of this. Links will be in the description box. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not trying to make this new channel too long, just to keep you entertained and updated. Here's it from Metro. Russia hit by a third huge explosion in 5 days after after gas pipeline goes up in flame. 3 people have died after a blast tore through a pipeline near the Russia-Ukraine border, and the third explosion to hit infrastructure in days. Photos and videos today showed pillars of fire erupting from the pipeline in the Vernor district of wherever that is, Russia. Local officials and Telegram and the TASS news agency said the flow of gas through the pipeline has been cut off as of 1:50 p.m. local time. 3 people have died and 1 have been injured. Emergency services told TASS. And that's where I have that right here. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. I wonder who's going to be blamed for starting that one, though. Here's one here from Newsweek. Netflix customers could go to prison for sharing their password. Everybody knows that people that own, that has Netflix, they have shared passwords. Sharing a password for a streaming service such as Netflix could land you in the hot water in the United Kingdom. This is the UK. The country's intellectual property office issued guidance on September 19 that said assessing apps without paying a subscription and it's an infringement of copyright and you may be committing a crime. I don't know how they figure that out. You're not copying anything. The IPO made the statement and an announcement about its joint campaigns with Meta, formerly known as Facebook, to give guidance to people to avoid pirated and counterfeit goods online. Piracy is a major issue for the entertainment and creative industry, it wrote on the website. Passing internet images into your social media without permission or accessing films, TV series, or live sports events through coded boxes, hacked fire sticks, or apps without paying a subscription is an infringement copyright, and you may be committing a crime. You're not copying anything. I don't know where they get that from. The law applies to Netflix password sharing, but also other streaming services, including Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and Apple TV. But despite its recently published guidance, a spokeswoman, the IPO told Newsweek, copyright law remains unchanged, and there are a range of provisions in criminal and civil law which may be applicable in the case of password sharing, where the internet is to allow a user to access copyright protected works without payment. Anyway, that's the UK. It's not here yet, but I don't see that happening. I really don't. And what we got here, we got from the Daily Dot. It says, no wonder it was on sale. Customer opens frozen jack pizza with toppings on a piece of cardboard instead of dough. So they open up their Jack's Pizza. I used to eat that years ago. I used to like that. But instead of all this stuff on the dough, it was a cardboard package minus the dough. So I guess before you buy Jack's Pizza, if you eat it, make sure you got dough in it. User Dan opens and the pizza to reveal a dish of cardboard topped with frozen shards of mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. It looks good, right? Yeah. If you want to eat cardboard, he says, lifting the pile up into the air and showing the bottom of the pizza, revealing that there isn't any dough. It appears that whoever constructed the frozen pizza missed a critical step and put the bread underneath the cardboard instead the other way around. So he got the dough, but it was under the cardboard. It said that's the pizza. He says before cutting to the dough on the counter, the dough, the pizza, and on the cardboard. Look at that. Dan then flips the bread on the countertop, further driving the error home before slamming into the table. Look at this. What in the hell is going on here? Let's see if they got a video of it. Yeah, they do. Play this video here.
Just opened my pizza. Just got it out of the freezer. Look at this. It looks good, right? Yeah, if you want to eat cardboard, that's the dough. That's the pizza. The dough, the pizza on the cardboard. Look at that. Look at that. What in the hell is going on here?
So they just shipped the dough with the dough was in a package. It was just under the cardboard. Maybe it's do-yourself pizza, huh? Maybe they should rename Jack's do-yourself Jack's original thin crust. Let's see what else we got here. This is from let's see. This is from the Cool Down. Said this first of its kind solar car can drive for months without needing to charge, and it's finally available to buy. When most people think of electric vehicles, EVs, they think of plug-in stations and long charging times. But a new solar power car may change all that. The Dutch company Lightyear has just announced that its Lightyear Zero model is being manufactured. The Lightyear Zero can change literally any time the car is in the sun. No, can charge. The Lightyear Zero can charge literally anytime the car is in the sun, meaning while parked or on the go. The vehicle, which would be the first of its kind, comes after years of innovation and development. I know this company in Germany was trying to do that, and they didn't make it. They didn't get enough people donating money to them. It says here, this insanely sleek EV can travel up to 43 miles a day solely on the solar panels on its roof, meaning you can directly go for months without needing to charge it. And if you need to take a long trip, the Lightyear Zero can still go up to 185 miles from an overnight charge. To make no mistake, this is an amazing news. While EVs are, let's see, let me play this video here.
Now cheaper than basic.
The next few years. While they have regular lithium-based batteries that can be charged using electricity from the grid, they can also use integrated solar panels to fully power shorter drives or supplement the vehicle's range for longer excursions.
Solar only a few years ago, 2018, 2019, crossed the threshold where solar is now cheaper than basically anything else, certainly fossil fuels. The challenge is absolutely squeezing enough solar panels on the surface of your car so that it can drive without needing to be recharged.
For these vehicles, solar power can fuel between 15 to 45 miles of driving per day in sunny areas, and less when it's cloudy. This range is largely dependent on the car's design, which varies widely.
I mean, our vehicle looks more like a bird or a fish than it does almost anything else on the road today.
It's very practical. It's made for functionality, motors in the wheels, and a large solar panel, and extremely good aerodynamics.
Okay, now what I thinking though, what if you have a hailstorm? You got to really protect that kind of thing. Anyway, the link would be in my description box about this if you want to know more about it. Sound like a good idea, but I don't know about hailstorms and tree limbs falling on it. A windy day storm. Okay, here's one for MoneyWise. The world should be worried. Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil producer, issue a dire warning over extremely low capacity. Here are 3 energy stocks for protection. The global oil market remains tight according to the Saudi Aramco, the largest oil producer in the world, and that does not bode well for a world that still relies heavily on fossil fuels. Today, there is spare capacity that is extremely low, Saudi Aramco Ahmed Nasser said at a recent conference in London. And if China opens up, the economy starts improving, or the aviation industry starts asking for more jet fuel, you will erode the spare capacity. Nasser warns that oil prices could quickly spike again. When you erode that spare capacity, the world should be worried. There will be no space for any hiccup, any interruption, any unforeseen events anywhere in the world. If you share Nasser's view, there are 3 oil stocks to bet on. Wall Street also sees update in the trio. Well, you're going to read about the rest of this in my description box because I'm about done. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, folks. See you later.